CCA channel, not for what you're used to seeing this summer,
Alright,
but
we
for
good?
another iteration of the
Yeah, we
Immortals
are.
Progressive Bundle Bash. This is event number 3 of 2024, and we have the cap draft
Okay, I was trying
here
to make sure that
for
was
you
their
all
music in
to
the background.
enjoy. But I'm
It was
not the only
confusing me
one
for a
here
second.
bringing you the action for tonight. It's myself, Kendo, and Bass from the past. Gentlemen, this is going to be another exhilarating night of hopefully great content, but also
Alright, so just so we're aware, they're basically drafting players. Pros will be drafting a bunch of college players for an event. And this is just the draft. I'm trying to see where I'm going to be going out at. So that's all we're really doing right now.
The professional names match up with the collegiate names, and I think you're going to see about a 50-50 spread this time around.
I was messaging with some people before this was coming out because we saw the cap, and I literally had some people message me and be like, aren't these supposed to be like collegiate players? And I showed
That's all
them the
we're really
collegiate
doing
list,
right
and I went, you really want to tell me there's a difference between these guys right now? Like, there's no difference
There
at
isn't.
this point. Like, I'm talking to multiple of the players that I think are going to go drafted high at this point. The thing that's crazy about it is even if they aren't necessarily pros that we're seeing getting drafted from the collegiate side, they all are known by the pros. Like, all of these dudes at this point are, like, friends with them, played with them, they've seen them in lobbies, so the unfamiliarity that we had in some of the earlier events, it's going away pretty quickly.
it's going to be a great night of action to see exactly who is going to like fight tooth and nail for their best drafted players at the start and in the end, depending
Okay,
on
here we
what
go.
their order is there. But we got to talk about that format
What's up,
specifically
Manny?
before we get into anything again for those who are tuning in for the first time. And a bit of a refresher for those returning. Invited players, of
Yeah, right
course,
here.
16 content creators slash, you typically see pro players out there as well. And then collegiate players that are the ones that are being drafted that time. We got the snake style draft as always, where there's 2 rounds of draft, 16 captains picking up from a pool of a decent
shoot.
amount of
I popped out the
players
wrong
for them to
thing.
go
No
through
wonder.
there.
I was
But
like, that many people didn't just
most
pop up.
important part is that Swiss play. You got to get through that to make it into the playoffs, into the money, and have a chance to actually showcase your skill in that best of 7, no timeout, single elimination bracket on Saturday and Sunday, which is going to be a great time. Swiss will be tomorrow, then the 2 days of playoffs, and we'll be able to pick who's the best of the bunch, but also the safest driver afterwards, which is my favorite award. But speaking of that prizing that we're talking about, Kendo, why don't you walk us through the prizing here and what people are competing for today?
Hey, you know what? Money is saved every time you go with Progressive, and money is won when you're playing in the Immortals Progressive Bundle Bash. Top 8 prizing do get paid out. You can see down the line, 2,500, 1,500, 1,000 for third or fourth, and then if you're in that top 8, you're going home with at least 375. So it's solid all the way around. At least half of these teams are going to get a little bit of that hate hurt with a little bit of savings on top of it.
It's going to be a great time to see exactly how these teams battle it out to get to
Alright, leave me
that
alone,
prizing
okay?
with
Leave
the
me
top
alone.
8 through the Swiss stage. But we got to talk about the captains who are making their way on to the stream tonight to draft their talented players to their teams. And you can see all the lovely pictures here and recognize some names, of course, from collegiate, but also some pro names as well. You have Noli.
We got a couple that I want to be with. I'm thinking.
Flitz, I guess technically you could say is a
Mute this real quick. I'm thinking. I definitely want Nolly. I'd be okay with 5-Up, Zanil, maybe Gyro. There's a couple others I'd be okay with, but I think if I had to pick 4, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or, well, not in that order, but just these 4. But so was that? That's a 1 in 4 chance of getting somebody that I really want, and then I think there's only a couple I really don't want. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, all right.
Of the top 8 plays in collegiate at this point. Of the bottom 8 there, I think it's 1, 2,
I'm really hoping I don't know 32nd. That'd be that'd be horrible. I feel so bad.
At a high school level and have talked about going in the collegiate
Same times that means I'd be with
so,
first pick, so
Kendo, this is more
it wouldn't be
further
too
what we've
bad.
talked about. The lines between collegiate players
We'll see how
and
it goes.
pros is getting further blurred.
It is so blurred. I agree with you completely. You throw in on top of it, we can go across the lines and talk a little about some.
I'm not expecting to be in the first half. I'll say that right now.
At the top of Summer Series, they have a large majority of some of these players. They're the ones that be making the impact. So it's brilliant to see them kind of develop little inter-rivalries through the Bundle Bash.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And let's look at the players that they're able to draft from as well. These are who are going to be taking a part of this event, but also having to have their fate in the hands of their captains and hoping that they get the best second player afterwards, depending on who comes in that first round of the draft. I mean, with the names here, Bass, who's really standing out the most to you as kind of those star
I am
players
still
that
at
people should be
BPC.
looking for?
I'm not doing this again. I'm not getting tricked twice. Not a second draft in a row. This is not happening. Look, if you're listening right now and you're asking for my picks, I'm not doing this. Last time Keybates wanted me to stop talking at all moments, and I almost
Yeah,
ruined
but he's
the
not
draft
in
for
this
him.
Yeah.
I'm not, I know, but look, these players may know these, the players that are on this list at this point, but if I name like 5 of them and one of them goes like top, I know I'm going to hear about it in my DM. So honestly, look to pretty much all of these players. I will say there are definitely a couple that are going to be a bit further up here than maybe the others, but the crazy thing about this is pretty much everybody on this list is in Summer Series at this point. They have proven themselves to be at least the top 30 team in the country. So yeah, no, you can't really go wrong with almost any of these guys.
Yeah, great players that are out there as well, as we can see throughout this list. I mean, some names people might not be.
There's a
as
couple more than
familiar
that
with,
I would very much like to
obviously
beat, but
with Mitch, if you haven't been
we'll
paying
see about
attention
that.
to the Western Conference, Oregon State's been doing pretty decent. They are out of the competition for Summer Series.
I'll do my
but
best.
They did make a wave. It was their first time making it in, and they were the lowest seed to make it in to Summer
I think
Series.
I'm the
So
20th
he's actually doing
highest
pretty well for
rank.
their
Okay,
team
Sharky,
there
get out of here.
specifically. Luigi as well from Ball State, not on the. Is that the main roster of Ball State? I don't believe he's on the main roster, right, for that team.
I kind of
But
leaped a
like
little bit
part
here,
of
but
the
oh
school
well.
Itself, and doing pretty good for them. And then some other players as well. GVSU, we have Carlos.
Here, I won't lead this
on
yet.
That
We'll,
team.
we'll wait.
GVSU's always been so close to qualifying for a lot of these.
Manny is going number 1 overall.
tournaments,
I'd
but
love to see that.
Still making waves themselves. I mean, pretty decent rank-wise for them as
I don't know if y'all know the
well.
order yet, so I don't want to
And,
spoil it. So
Dev
if you
from
didn't see it, don't
GVU.
rewind it. And if you
So
did see
they
it, I'm
have
sorry.
Some good peaks from a lot of these players that might not be as recognizable if you've been paying attention to Summer Series, but that are doing really well outside of it.
Vaughn, I kind of want to.
I'm gonna turn my fan on real quick.
Really quick. Just doing parts of the fact, it's one of the few times that we don't have somebody like, well, Cam, who almost every single time in the Bundle Bash you see is draftable and goes first. So that's going to
That's
be
true.
a fun
Okay, we're
discussion.
back.
Names that I'm going to be looking out for because they are included this time around. Baby's one of them. You got to watch out from the Syracuse player. And then I'm also...
Ooh, I just realized something.
I want to see some good stuff out of Sauce. Sauce is a
Same.
lot of inconsistency, but when Sauce peaks, watch out.
I don't know if I have ads, and I don't want to get ads, so we'll use my Prime.
Captain in here as well, so that we can get this thing underway. So we do have Cosmic, just going to be audio this time to give us their insight and who they think is going to be their first round pick in the draft.
It's
So
all right.
Cosmic, can you hear us?
Hello, hello?
Hello, can you hear us? Making
Yeah, I
sure,
can hear you
making
guys.
sure. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure it was all working properly. So Cosmic, welcome in to the draft. What is your strategy going into this first round pick for you?
Well, I think obviously getting
Big
the
breath from him.
first overall pick, you want to pick the best player. And that's kind of just the only game plan that I guess I'm going with for this pick, because
Valid.
I won't be able to choose my last person, because I'll just be giving them.
Okay. Well, Bass or Kendo, who wants to do the honors?
You know what? I got to hear it right off the bat. Give me that first round pick. It's not going to be Cam this time around, so who is it?
I will be picking
Brock?
G-Man.
Oh, it is
my-
G-Man.
Oh,
That's valid. That's so valid.
Screen chat's actually gonna spoil it for me.
I kind of bet on that one. I literally was in G-Man.
Okay, G-Man going first. I thought it was gonna be Brock, but that's also a very good
You're
pick.
going first overall, and if you don't get picked first overall, someone's making a mistake. So I'm glad to see you picking him up. That's definitely, in my opinion, the strongest player in this draft.
Definitely.
Oh, Cosmic, final question for you before we send you away, because again, got your first round draft pick. You'll have the kind of last player remaining on
Yeah,
your team.
bro,
Are you going
he's
to break
good.
that first round draft curse and win this thing?
Yeah, that's definitely the goal, is to just take it all the way, especially with this kind of player of caliber like G-Man.
There we go. That's all we need to hear. Thank you for joining us, Cosmic. We'll see you on the field this weekend.
Thank you.
Solid. I mean, Kendo, what are your thoughts
How
on that
quickly
pick?
does the spreadsheet
I mean,
update?
I agree with Bass. It doesn't surprise me. G-Man's one of the more consistent players on the pitch in collegiate, and I can say this from personal experience because the OC guys are from my general region. I've worked lands. I've actually had to help out filling out
I don't know how
teams
fast this
at
updates.
some of
So I
these
have
lands
this
because
little
that was one of the jobs.
this
everything
list
from an
that
MC to,
shows
hey, this
the draftable
has
players and
people.
if they're
We're trying
available
to
or
fill 'em
taken,
out so
but
we
I
got
don't know
one
how
more
quickly it
team for the
updates.
tournament.
So
What
we'll
did I
use
do?
that if
I
it actually
joined
starts
that
working
team.
well.
I run
And I don't have to
straight
refresh
into
it every time.
OC at a live event in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, and they proceed to demo the snot out of me. And when they weren't demoing the snot out of me, it was G-Man down my throat with such good aerial play.
I mean, that is G-Man. That's what we kind of expect from them as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But we do have the next draft coming in. Unfortunately, Elf couldn't join us today because I think they're playing a lot of their matches actually as well. In the
There's gonna be a
background.
lot of
So
that
shout out
happening.
to them getting their matches done for Summer Series. But they are picking up Brock for the second pick in the draft. Bass, I know you have some thoughts on
Yeah.
that.
I was not expecting that. I'll be real. I
Brock
do think
is
Brock is a good pick
hard-
here. I don't
what do you
wanna try and
mean?
Shy away from that, but look, that throws my order out of whack. I
How's
threw
that throw your
like
order
my
out of
first
whack?
couple of picks into our group chat here on Discord, mainly because I don't want to give away any secrets to teams here because I don't know if
I
you're
have to
not
refresh it
paying
every
attention,
single time. I don't want to have to do
they
that.
just maybe had players in mind because I will say Brock was definitely up there for me, but there were a couple players I thought might go before
think
him.
of who
But to be
might go
honest,
over
now kind
Brock.
of realizing this, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like Brock probably should be going second overall. I don't really have any issues with that pick.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I was
solid
about to say,
pickup. We
there's
saw how
nobody I would put
decent
over
they
Brock.
did against
G-Man and Brock are
Akron
definitely
just,
are easily the first
as
two,
the
and then after
stream
that,
was
I
getting
just don't
started.
really
If you
know.
paid attention to Cam's stream, they went all the way to Game 5 almost, and almost reverse swept them, kept it competitive as best they could. Brock was an integral part of that. So if you can't get Cam, get his teammate. I guess maybe was the strategy there. But even then, again, afterwards, I mean, looking at this draft list, which we haven't really gone through on the order just yet. So first is Cosmic, then Oaf. Creams is third, Andy fourth, Gyro afterwards, Hockey, then Eris, Zanil, Guh, 5-Up, Flitz, Knight, Noli, Diaz, Frosty, and Wavy.
All right, see
with
how I
two
got
picks in a row there. So
Me, Frosty, and
curious to hear
Curry.
y'all's
Let's
thoughts
not
for
do that.
specifically, but we'll get that after we have
Let's
Creams
please
here,
not
who
do
is
that.
ready for their pick in the draft. Creams, can you hear us loud and clear?
I don't.
There we
I don't
go.
know. I'm
Good.
just.
There he is.
I don't know
Well,
enough.
welcome in, Creams.
to be able to do
Coming
that.
in hot to Northwood, into the collegiate scene, now into the captain's draft. I mean, how does it feel to be involved in the
I
collegiate
doubt
scene
me and
this
Curry are
way?
actually on the same team. Let's see.
Feels awesome. I've been excited to
Where's
get
Frosty
started
in
in
the
CRL
picks?
for a little while.
I doubt we're
It's
doing
been
15th
great.
and 18th. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well,
Oh my
now
God,
you
don't
have
say that. It's
even
starting to
more
make me
than
think that it might
you're
happen.
competing in a tournament series worth almost $30,000 combined here. And honestly, probably a lot of pressure because not only are you, like we've talked about today, a professional player coming into this, you're a collegiate player as well. So who you pick from this list will
Creams is
quite
cool.
literally send,
Creams
you
would be
know,
a good.
waves throughout the CRL scene. So I gotta ask,
I
man,
do, Chapman.
who you taking number 3 overall?
I think he's a little underrated. I'm gonna go with Sauce.
Okay.
Sauce? Okay, I didn't
There
even
we
see Sauce.
go.
Sauce is pretty good.
It doesn't.
Their third's
surprise
kinda
me to
crazy,
see
but
Sauce going in the first
maybe I don't
round.
know him well enough.
Am I a little
I'm
bit
not
surprised
very
at the,
informed on
the
Sauce.
Early pick, maybe, but I also have seen the Sauce peak, and when you put that kind of sauce on, I mean,
Sauce's peak is lower than my peak.
In my book, a lot of the times once he's on, but I do want to say, Cream,
Barely,
wonderful
but-
to have you. I gotta ask.
Oh yeah, the cat got in the
I'm
way.
out of
That's
line
vaudable.
in asking, but how has Northwood been treating you
think.
so far?
Yeah,
been
it's vaudable.
awesome. The school, everyone from the school's been great, and playing with Zanil and Hockey is great. They're amazing players, amazing people. It's been a lot of fun.
It's funny.
Drafting against them, any words
This
that you have
guy
for them
and two
as
other
your,
captains are all on the
future
same
potential
team.
opponents
This is
as we
one of
have
Northwood's
in,
players.
this
This is
captain's
another one of
draft.
Northwood's players. And
Don't
then
see me in the Swiss States.
a guy picking two after him. So the guy picking after this
There we
guy is a
go.
Northwood player.
There we
They're all
go.
on the
Well,
same
thank you,
team.
Creeps, for joining us. We'll
Ridiculous.
see you in the second half of the show.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was
I hope
being
they were
assailed by my girlfriend's cat. Shout out to Mika. But even then, Creams with the Sauce pick. I mean, I did not expect Sauce to go that soon. I'm going to be honest on that one, Bass.
Sharky, not really. They lost 3-0 to Ball State, which is kind of surprising. Like, not that they lost to Ball State, but the fact that they lost 3-0. Honestly, even then, they shouldn't have lost to Ball State. But they have not gone to a Game 5, and they've only been to one Game 4. Everything else, they swept every other team in the league 3-0, gotten swept once, and then won a Game 3-1 one time, and that's it. No Game 5s.
the
one game
caliber
4 that they
of, like,
won.
rank S teammates who are this
Got
caliber
swept
and
once, and then every other
well,
game has been them
because,
sweeping.
Dude, Kansas has not exactly had the best results.
We almost
I know
reversed swept Ball
Boston
State. We lost in overtime to them in Game 5.
player, but this kind of feels like a redemption run for him now. This feels like, all right,
Almost
man,
reverse swept
look,
Fisher.
I have
Lost to them by
exactly
1 goal in
you
Game
know, spread
5.
my wings elsewhere, but here I'm gonna dominate.
We did reverse
It's
sweep
bold
Kennesaw.
of you to assume that they scrim
Lost to
or
Davenport
play
in Game
at
5.
all
Dude.
at
Well, that's
Kansas,
their
and
fault
that's,
then. That
that's
doesn't
another,
excuse
that's
that.
another
That's
quote.
just
I'm so
bad.
tired of losing Game
Literally
5s.
From some of the quotes at Kansas.
It's back to that curse, Sharky.
Well,
Me, you, and
let's
Sky.
get on with
Go
the
ahead.
captain's draft here as we have Andy on the line ready for their pick. Andy, welcome into the broadcast for Bundle Bash. I know you've had some experience here in the past, but what are you looking to change up with this first round pick in the draft here?
You know, I mean, I think I'm in a
It
pretty
doesn't.
good order
It doesn't.
here at number 4. So just grab a solid player off the board and hope that we can get somebody else that falls into the draft later in the line to round out the team. But yeah, I mean, for my 4th pick, I think I will go with Preston.
Preston's
Here
good.
we go. We're waiting for it.
Preston's a good pick.
Someone had to take Preston here.
I was one off.
Zoko's
I
not
had
here,
him
right? Yeah,
I had him
Zoko's not
predicted
here.
going 3rd overall on the list. What are your feelings about the players who have been picked prior to this one? Because I do feel like Brock and Sauce maybe weren't, on paper 2nd and 3rd that everyone was expecting.
I would have had Brock 1 and Sauce 2 or 3. So I think,
Okay.
I think it's, I mean, I base off most of my knowledge of CRO players off of just twos and like rank A or rank X depending on where they're at. But yeah, I mean, they're all really good players. I think everyone that got drafted ahead of Preston did so pretty justly, but I would have been happy with any of the 4 realistically.
Valid picks. I mean, a fair assessment for what you're thinking on the rest of the competition that's out there. And speaking of that, you have some of your teammates in this competition with you as well. How does it feel to be facing off against them when you're used to playing with them on your side?
I mean, it's always fun playing against teammates, so you kind of know what to expect, and it's always a bit of fun to.
What's his name, Andy?
have
I
some friendly
forgot.
Competition, so I think.
Talking about
I'll be looking
teammates.
forward to it.
Or is it his
Hopefully
teammate
we
actually in a
can
pro?
match up between each other.
I was not paying
It'd
attention.
be interesting
Sorry.
to see. Hopefully you do in the Swiss stage. Well, Andy, thank you for joining us for the first round of the draft.
Yeah, I was
see
not
you
paying attention there.
momentarily.
Yep. See you later.
Opposite
Respectable.
mentality.
Yeah.
Opposite. Complete opposite of of Kareem's, who's like, Hockey, Zanil, I dare you to run into me in Swiss. Meanwhile, Andy's out here like, yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be sick. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, it must have been his pro team.
I find it funny that you were able to pose a question that I really felt was justified, because I agree with your order of things. It surprised me just as much to hear, hey, Brock, that Brock should have been number 1. Hey, Sauce, that's definitely my top 3. Cool to hear the question and the perspective of one of the people picking it. My thought was, is Preston here surprising to you? Are you happy someone maybe might have fallen to you? But wow, that's a lot of respect.
Yeah, you got to have a respect for the competition that's out there. And I think that's the biggest thing that's important too, because some of these players might not have the best chemistry with the teams that they have in Collegiate Rocket League currently, because again, you don't necessarily get to choose your teammates there as you would in RLCS. So that is the different thing we got to really think about there as well, is that, they might perform better in a different environment like twos, like 6-mans, rather than they do in their collegiate teams that they're performing with there. So curious to see how that'll go. But no gyro in call for this next
Rip,
one.
no gyro.
And I believe Melodic is picking, or Melodic is the pick. I'm getting an
I
update
believe
on that.
Melodic is the
So that means Melodic is
Okay.
the pick.
So
He's
Melodic
good.
is the pick
I
for,
mean, you can't-
gyro on this one. So Melodic's going
Melodic
to
gets on my
early as
nerves,
well,
but he's good.
on this for gyro. So interesting to see.
He can
these
also be
picks as they
very,
come
very
through,
funny.
but I think they make sense based on people's familiarity for that as well. So
That's gonna be
we
a
can see
good
Melodic
team.
as the pick for gyro here, and gyro's had some pretty decent recent
I think that'd be a
success
good
as well.
team.
I think he's also competing in EWC with the Across the Pond team there too. So this is some good warm-up practice for that, playing with some teammates in different environments and getting ready for that too. So this was, we're getting updates, gyro's pick. It wasn't a random pick or anything. The players who aren't able to make it, they typically give us a list of like players that they want from like highest to lowest, and we kind of like go off of that. So if that list goes through, then eventually it goes down to a random pick. But right now, that is the pick for gyro there. So right now we have G-Man, Brock, Sauce, Preston, and Melodic. I'm not too surprised by this, to be fair.
Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
very
it's
fair.
pretty expected. I think there's a couple of players I'm looking at right now that I'm a bit surprised have fallen down this far.
I don't think so. Maybe
but I also
Wova?
don't think they're
Maybe?
gonna stick here for much longer. Again, we're only 5 picks in. We've
All
got a
these
lot of
G
players
names
that
I
are
always get
eligible,
confused, so I don't remember
which
which
is
one's
maybe
actually
another
like
because
the
Hockey,
good one I'm thinking
North,
about, because I
Daniil,
always
on
get
North,
confused.
Eris used to be on St. Clair. So I do feel like a lot of the guys who maybe are a bit unexpected to have stayed here this long are about to get chosen like right.
Who else? Zath is going to be picked
Wonder
pretty
what the
heavy,
next
pretty
choices are gonna be
high, I
too, 'cause
think.
There's still so many good players out there. I really want to see Gusky do well. Gusky's been really showcasing their skill throughout this season of Collegiate on Columbia, and I expect big things from whichever team picks them up. So we'll see how that goes. But I believe we do have Hockey here in the background, so we'll be getting into Hockey's pick here.
there's
So we
Hockey.
heard from your teammates, Creams, on the other end of things, saying that they were wishing for you all to face off against them in the Swiss stage, and that you would wish for them not to. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm kind of hoping I play Creams, you know, because I know I plays, and it'll just like be a fun rivalry to play him in Swiss.
So that's the mentality Andy had as well. He was inviting. I feel like Creams was more ready to trash talk here. You ready to trash talk? 'Cause, dude, I need somebody on here explosive at this point. Everybody's been so cordial. Do you have something for anybody in the draft, please?
I'll save it for the matches, and it's like I'll let the playing do the
Valid.
talk. But I bet Eris will do some
You
shit
guys
talking.
so nice. What is this?
This is what we like to
Eris
see.
will do some. Wait for Eris.
that is valid. Well, let's get your pick out of the way here, Hockey, for the first round of the draft. Who are you snagging?
I'm gonna take Process.
That's a good one.
There we go. That's what we expected.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, do you have some thoughts on that? Questions,
Hey,
concerns?
You know what? The Bass free list has finally been fulfilled. A couple picks.
So basically, the first 4 picks were probably in the order. First 4 you knew who were gonna go, and you're probably gonna know who's gonna go for the next 4 to 6. But then it's gonna start getting hard to guess a little bit later. Right now, it's kind of obvious. Maybe not when they'll be picked, but the group of people that are gonna be picked.
I think Zanil has like the pick closer to the middle, so he's gonna have like a more rounded team than Creams will. So I think his team will definitely be harder because Creams is gonna get one of the bottom 3 players.
Oof, that is very true. Same for Elf, who's the second round of the draft as well. Cosmic, I mean, they got G-Man, but they also get the 30-second pick, so we don't really know exactly how that's gonna go as well. So how do you feel about your spot in the draft here, Hockey?
I'm pretty happy with it because I'm surprised Process fell, but I get like a top 3 player in my opinion that I'm gonna get.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I have 2 people on my end on the way back, so hopefully they follow me. I'm confident about it.
Valid. Well, thank you for joining us, Hockey. We will see you in the second half.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I mean, solid pick so far.
All right, so I want either Nolly, Creams, Gyro, or Zanil. 5-up would be pretty cool too. It just sucks because I'm probably middle late pack, and a bunch of those guys are early and in. I have kind of a low chance.
Afterwards, I'm really most curious on who the players that'll be remaining after the first round of the picks.
Yeah.
But that's where it gets interesting because there's
I
always
might-
a player that
I
you're
might
like,
be middle of the
how
pack.
did
I don't
they
know.
get this far down, or there's
I'm not
okay,
known,
everyone
but
actually
my
did their
MMR is
homework
higher than a lot of those
and
other
chose all
guys.
the best players, and
So
we'll
it just
see
depends
who
on what
gets
these guys,
remaining
what the captains
afterwards.
go off of.
So far, so good, I would say, for the most
Yeah.
part, on all the picks from the captains, and they've really done their homework here, Kendo.
And I would agree, and you know what? I'm gonna do my own list. I'm not even gonna put it in our back-end production. I'm looking at potentially the next 3. It's not gonna surprise me. Wova, Zath, Gusky.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know necessarily in that order, but I feel
Yeah,
like those
that's
are the
fair.
names we're gonna be hearing
That's
very
fair.
shortly.
I don't
Well, it
remember
does
who
apparently
Dev
have
is.
better connection now, so that'll help.
I don't know who's gonna pick me
Oh,
genuinely,
gosh.
because I don't know who might recognize me or not.
Okay, we got Eris coming up on the
Something
docket
else.
here. Audio only this time, so won't be able to see their face, but that's okay. All we need to hear is the confirmations on who they think is going to be the best pick in this round next up. But with that, I mean, I don't believe we have Eris in here yet. If I don't hear, there we go. We do have Eris here. Welcome in, Eris, to the broadcast. So we heard from Hockey that you had some trash to talk a little bit about your opponents. Do you have any words of non-encouragement for the field out there?
Wait, what did Hockey say?
He said
Who's
you might have some
dead?
trash talk for us.
Like he said that like word for word.
Not
No,
word
I
for
baited
word.
him into it.
Yeah,
I literally
kinda
said.
baited him into it.
I literally
I
said
don't know who
everybody's
that
been too
is.
nice. I'd like somebody to trash talk. He volunteered
He
you.
said I would do it. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
He volunteered
No,
you.
I
Would
don't-
you would you do us the honors? Because so far everybody's been way too kind to each other.
Frostbite, who's that?
No, I don't really have anything to say. I just like when
Frostbite is Mizu.
That's
Why are
fair.
you all
I don't know
nice?
him.
That's
I
fair.
thought collegiate players are supposed to like
It's okay.
attack each other.
Your
Like,
baby
why are you nice,
Gavillion,
bro?
they're on the same team up here. Yeah. We beat them
It's
the other
okay,
day.
Eris. We're here for you. But we're also here to hear who your first round pick is. Who's it
I
going to
don't
be?
know how to say, but it's
It's
just
gonna be
ski or
Gusky.
something. Yeah, that guy.
Okay, solid. I mean, a
He's
great
Columbia.
pickup. Kenda, you got any questions for Eris?
Are you surprised at all Gusky
Gamma?
made it
Where's
this
he at?
far down?
I know
I know
he's
some
pretty
might have
decent.
thought he'd go earlier than this.
I'm
He's
surprised
on
Melodic made
board
it
as a
past him.
Monterey, and I
Or
don't
made it
think
before him,
I think
but
they're
that's
doing
about the only
pretty
one.
rough.
Everybody else is
They're 2-8
around his
right now.
level, I'd
Okay, it's
say.
not as bad. But kinda
Valid.
kinda rough.
Fair assessment, Eris. Well, thank you for joining us, and sorry
What else
to
we got?
be baited by hockey for the trash talk, but we appreciate
Carlos
you
literally
powering
be
through it,
those
and we'll
from
see
West
you in that second
players.
round of the draft.
Alright, that sounds good.
You're gonna have to bear with me on this one, Pod, because I feel like we got a bit of backhanded.
Which is
trash
Oregon
talk
State.
at that
Lugia
point.
GP
Melodic
Palace?
is not gonna take the words that were given very easily. I'm not
Yes,
gonna say I'm
yes.
in the head of Melodic, but I'm not taking that down.
Now, Melodic probably is going to feel like, oh, him
yes.
and Gyro have to get
That's
that
up.
victory now against Eris and Gusky. And Eris and Gusky, just as a duo, is really, I mean, looking at the duos that we have currently, Cosmic and G-Man, really good. Oath and Brock, really good. Creams and Sauce, solid.
Brock,
Andy
really
and
good.
Preston, really solid. Gyro and Melodic, that's kind of like an unorthodox team, you could say. Hockey and Process, really good. Eris and Gusky, also like an amazing roster. So like all the duos that we're having for now have been amazing. And I hope that continues for the rest of the draft, just so that there's like solid foundation. Regardless of who people get as their third, if they have a good duo, it tends to be enough. And we've seen it happen in the early days of Collegiate Rocket League where it was enough. But let's get Zanil in here, and Bass, I'm going to let you do the introductions because good friends with the guy, but he's had some big shoes to fill recently with Northwood, and now he's done it pretty decently this past
Lord
year.
help.
I would agree. Zanil, we got you.
Yo, what's good, bruh?
There he is, my boy. How you been, sir? Well, first
I'm
off,
good.
I hope you're doing well. Hope that the summer's treated you well. It sounds like you're doing
We're
well
on
in
what? Pick 8, 1, 2,
pretty
3,
much
4,
every
5,
league
6,
you're
7.
playing
Okay.
in right now. How does it feel to be probably one of the hottest prospects in the entire scene?
I'm feeling really good. I've just been focusing on myself, both IRL and in game, trying to improve on every aspect of my life, and it's been really successful so far.
That's how you do it. That's motivating for anyone. Improve on in-game and real life, and you'll make it far. That's what we see from Zanil. But with that, Zanil, who is going to be your first round draft pick?
Hey man, if you can't beat him, you gotta join him. I still have flashbacks from the regional 1 masterclass, or regional 2 masterclass, so I'm gonna go with Gababy.
I don't need flashbacks to that run. I remember casting that, man.
Excuse me.
I remember it well at this point here, and honestly, you know what?
What a
I
bad
respect
cough.
that. Like you said, make your enemies your best friends at this point, and it's gonna work out. I like the pick, Zanil.
It's a really solid one. Well, thank you, Zanil, for joining us. We'll let you get back to your self-improvement journey, and we'll see you in the second half.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Peace, guys.
Kendo, that is so motivating.
Oh, it is. It very much is. You love to hear about people who are doing exactly that, working on themselves, growing themselves. I think about the
Uh-oh.
success of Zanil, the success of
What just happened?
being brought on for
I can't hear.
Cloud9,
There we
what
go.
has been done at Northwood over the past couple seasons. And it's amazing to see the growth of some of these young people. And that's really what the collegiate space is all about. It is about growing oneself into a role towards the future. So it's brilliant to get to be a spectator in that, especially a glorified one who talks too much.
Well, we do have the next pick that came in the background here. Ga is not on the call, but did it pick Wova for their draft pick, which does
That's
make
fair.
sense.
That's fair.
From, what
No.
No, yeah,
They're
that's
teammates,
crazy to
for anyone
see.
that doesn't know.
But I was kind of expecting Wova to go pretty soon here, even with the internet issues that we have seen. Now, still able to play in a better location with better ping helps them out a lot. So I think Wova is looking for a comeback, and Bundle Bash is the way to do that. While we see if they make it into the top 6 with Boise, but. Hey,
You're thinking of Woozy, bro.
I'm thinking. I always mix them up. Yes.
I was like, I'm letting you go.
Oh,
and I'm just
no.
waiting.
I always mix them up. Oh my gosh. W names.
The W
it's
names.
okay. It's okay. But Wova has been doing really good. That's Ball State Wova. I mean, and Ga. I mean, this is the duo we expect to see, and that's what we want to see from them. But with that, after my mistake, let's clean things up here a bit and say this whole event has been brought to you by Progressive Insurance. It's easy to bundle your car and renters insurance at Progressive.com.
Thanks, Audible.
And with that,
Appreciate
we
that.
have 5 up ready. We heard from Andy earlier, the teammate. We also heard from the other top teams in the Collegiate Rocket League. Well, Akron's doing pretty decent. You guys just came hot off of a win.
Leah, he looks like the what's his name?
Going to Bundle Bash this weekend.
The guy from Pitch Perfect.
You know, my car's feeling pretty good.
Oh my gosh, what's his
Feeling
name?
good, so I'm excited. You know, I'm just gonna play like having fun. You know,
Bumper? Is that his name?
not gonna
The
be
way
too
to
worried.
do it.
No. That's
Fine,
the
And we're gonna win.
Bumper was the guy that left's name.
Well,
Benji,
both of them
that's
have
it.
fun now.
Yeah.
We love how you've been playing. First off, welcome to Collegiate, by the way. You're probably my favorite signee of the summer so far because I didn't know what happened at this point. So thrilled to have you here. Thrilled to continue having you here, and thrilled to hear what your pick is. 5 up. Who you tanking in the 10th spot?
My pick is Milio. That's who I'm going with.
Milio's in this? Oh, he is.
That's a good one. He snuck 4 down. I didn't even. Wait, what?
I'm with
Yeah.
us. I did not.
Best player in the draft. So
In the draft. Ooh, okay. Okay. I respect it. I respect
Milio
it.
is on his B team.
What was
I
your
think.
preparation process like when coming into the draft
Yeah.
to figure out who you wanted
5
to
Up is
snag for your
a
team?
player on Akron A. Milio is on Akron B. Both
Milio
made
was
it.
up there because obviously you know he goes to Akron as well. So
There we
Yeah,
go.
That
Pretty
does
well.
help.
and then just based off who's already been taken, I mean, it was pretty easy.
Well, there we go. Makes it
Okay.
easy.
I'm gonna ask one question just for the fun of it, all for giggles. Akron Blue, Akron Gold, or Akron Glue?
What is that? I don't even know what that means.
Okay, 5 Up.
Sorry. Okay, so the reason I asked that was due in part to the fact that Emilio would be part of Akron Gold, you of course Akron Blue, and
Okay,
then
The
the
news team.
combination of the two, the commentator group has come to know as Akron Glue. So like gold and then blue.
But also like
together.
working well
It's
together.
An amalgamation
Oh.
together.
There we go.
Come on,
Yeah.
5 Up.
I
got it
was
now.
just wondering, which one do you prefer?
Akron Glue, I gotta say.
There we go.
There we are.
We got the team name. Well, thank you, 5 Up. Enough of our antics here, and we'll see you in the
Antics.
second round. of
Antics
the
isn't
draft.
here.
All right, thanks.
I'm sorry. Apparently, I derailed a train on that.
It's
He
all
doesn't-
good.
He's too young. He's new. He's got to
Yeah,
learn
yeah,
about the
he
Akron
does- he
Blue.
doesn't know the lore.
At least he knows the lore of Melio the Gamer, aka Melio the Brick. It's definitely a character, both on the pitch and off the pitch.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. How
Duckworth
that
has
team
gotten a
does
lot
having
better.
the
I
Akron
don't think
synergy. I mean,
Duckworth
we
was that
have
great.
some
Like,
teams
he was
that
better
do
than
have
me, but I don't think he was that
synergy
great.
from different rosters like we were talking about
like a couple
before,
months
so
ago,
really
but
curious to
he's,
see
from what
how
I
that
can tell,
develops
he's
for these
drastically
squads. But
improved.
even then, we do have more captains remaining in this draft. We still have Flitz, Knight, Noli,
That's
Diaz,
wild.
Frosty, and Wavy. So still great captains that are out there. We have Flitz ready here, who's also been playing in that Shift Summer League, but now here to take part in the action for Bundle Bash. Flitz, how you feeling about
Lord
the
help you, Flitz.
draft and what you have remaining to pick from so far?
You know, I'm feeling kind of good. I didn't really know who exactly I was going to be left with. I think there's a very good amount of players, and I was very curious to see how I was going to, you know, these drafts, they never go how you think they're going to go. But
True.
I had a few players picked out, and I've been looking at the list, and I'm feeling pretty confident for this pick. And then whenever my next one rolls around, I think we'll have a good team when it's all said and done.
Sweet.
Confidence way through here, and honestly, I kind of got. I just want to get your pick at this point because I'm noticing there might be a player familiar to you. Is that who you're going with? Or are you going with somebody else?
You know, I love where you're thinking, and he's gonna hate me, but I'm not picking Curry.
No.
Not yet. But I am picking someone who I'm familiar with, someone that, you know, I see him around the twos lobs. I know he's grinding. I know he's playing the game. The 6'8" demigod himself. Give me Luby.
Hey, there we go.
He's 6'8"?
Hold it out in chat as well.
Is that real?
Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of players left, and you know, as much as I love Curry, I can't pick him yet, and I'll let him yap at me and yell at me about it. But I like this pick. I like Luby. I like what he brings to the team, and I think I made the right choice here.
Is he actually?
Is he actually 6'8"?
Until next round?
No, he's not. He's not actually 6'8". Yeah,
Oh.
he lied, but. And yeah, I mean, who
My
knows? Maybe Curry
God.
be here for round 2. I mean, if he's available for round 2, I'll tell you.
Dude,
right now, he's gonna
my
be the best
eyes
pick.
just,
He
my
shouldn't
jaw
be.
dropped.
He should be picked in these next like 6 picks or so. But if he is around, I will definitely be taking him.
Okay, so the opposite of what Too Fast said, where Too Fast got the option of Wova and still passed over him because he didn't want
Well,
him. So
yeah,
okay, good to know.
and I'm grateful for that too, because I drafted Wova in that draft and we won the bundle bash because of it. So thank you too, guys. I want to say thank you. But
Dude, I thought he was 6'8" for real. I was freaking
Are
out.
you gonna get number 2 here on the docket?
well, I mean, look, man. I mean, I was very fortunate to win that first one, and then they had different captains. I think they had graduates for the second event, so I didn't have the chance to defend that title. But I'm back. I'm hungry. I'm ready for more. We're getting that second dub, baby.
There we go. Like to hear.
Bro's
thank
media
you for
trained.
joining us,
All
folks.
right.
We'll see you in that second round. Hopefully, Curry's still available for you.
Thank you.
No one ever takes their teammates. No one does it. The only person so far is Guh. And I get it, but like, bro, why does nobody want to play with their teammates?
Kendo has some opinions.
Really? I mean, we just had we just had. I mean, technically 5-up Emilio. We talked about Akron Glue. There's 2 straight.
5-up and Amelia aren't teammates. They're
feeling.
close, but they're not.
I get the feeling that we're going to see that pick maybe even contested in the second round. So storyline development, that might be the game plan. Who knows if it'll still be there.
We'll see. We'll see. But we got Knight ready in the call here to give us their opinions and how they think the draft's been going so far. Is your pick that you initially had in your mind, Knight, still available for the first round?
I didn't think he'd make it this far, but I know he's not the most liked person in the world.
Oh, Zath. All right. He's picking Zath.
Probably why. But
I wonder who that could be.
I have my pick, but I just hope to play Ball State people because I'm not losing to any of those guys. I don't know how y'all have them above us in the rankings. That's
Declared.
crazy. That's crazy.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Well, who is
Having
that
them above
pick that is
Northwood
going
is
to do that?
even more insane, but that's just insane. And they literally lost to West Virginia too, but you guys put them above them too.
Whoa, don't say you guys. I was the only one on that show,
Hey,
and I did not rank either of them above
I wasn't on the
Northwood.
show.
Okay, whatever. But
Bro, Knight's tournament
just-
at their
I don't know what I was
throats.
watching there. But I have my
You're
pick,
watching something.
and
Who's your pick?
I'm a pick Zath.
Yep.
There we
Me and
go.
Zath go way back in the Xbox days.
So this is like the revenge arc then against Ball State. It
Both of
sounds
y'all.
like.
Yeah. I just hope I play.
I'm starting to think I'm not going to be putting on Nolly's team. It's probably not happening.
in Swiss. Back to back.
Not even on the second
Can I
time
just say
around.
how happy I am to finally hear trash talk? I've been waiting the entire draft
Yeah,
for
and they're
somebody
gonna
to call at least a team out.
They're gonna
Finally.
get second seed in East, and we're gonna get first seed, and we're gonna 4-0 them in the playoffs for sure.
Yes!
Let's go.
There we go.
4-1 maybe.
Oh, this had to break because I got to pee.
4-1 two times in a row. We played them with Buddy twice. We've never lost with them. 4-1 both times,
Oh
and
my
you'll still
God.
put them above us.
There we go. I respect it.
Oh my god, I love
The
you, Knight.
confidence is amazing. Thank you, Knight, for joining us on the
Come
first
on,
round. We'll see you in
13th
the
or
second.
20th pick. That's what I want.
Oh my god.
Probably
That's what
20th.
we
I
asked
can-
for.
Dude, it's not just what we asked for. I can
But you know
hear
what?
Seb somewhere in Canada.
I'd be alright with
just
like
shuddering
being
straight
almost one of the
up his
last
spine. He
picks.
had
I'd be
no
okay with that,
idea why.
actually.
Zero
You
clue
need to
why.
send him that clip.
Like Oath and Brock would be a
Somebody
crazy
said
team.
put that- or said
Creams
that
and Sauce is
clip,
pretty
and,
good.
On top of he's probably having a sneezing fit that thinks it's allergies. No, we
Oath and Brock would actually be a crazy
quite
team, bro.
literally with no ability
That
to
might be
defend
insane.
himself.
Oh,
He didn't even
gosh.
get prompted. He just came in here and went, I hate Ball State. I'm going to beat them. Like, nobody even mentioned Ball State.
Oh, they're like, me and all my homies hate Ball State. It's all in good fun, by the way. No,
It's not even
actual
here.
hate here. Collegiate Rocket League. It's not that serious, but we do have 4 more captains to go through for this first round of the draft. We have Noli here. Basswell, you can take us into this one.
Noli, my guy, how you doing, sir? Welcome back to Immortals Progressive Bundle Bash. How you feeling so far? You're the 13th pick, so you're gonna get 2 close picks. Are you feeling good, or do you feel like a lot of good picks have already been taken?
No, I mean, I don't think it matters, you know? They have me on the team, so we're gonna...
That's facts.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yes, I've been waiting for people to talk. Everybody else has come in here like half confident, and then you and Knight go back to back, and y'all ready to win this thing. This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, of course, I'm not gonna enter if I don't think I can win, right? But yeah, my players, I'm looking through right now, and I don't know. I'm not unsure.
He goes, I don't know.
Yeah, I've come into very unprepared. I didn't really realize what players were in it.
Okay.
But I see a name that's very familiar. You know, I've lost to him many times, so I will go to his Twitter account, OneZen.
Really?
Okay. Okay.
Love to see it. Love to see
Really?
it. We were expecting Onezen to go so much sooner.
That's interesting.
Personally, I think he's talented. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. I'm getting some.
He's good, but just over some other players is a little interesting.
I just saw the name. I was like, you know what, I've got to go for it. But I get a second pick, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I know he is. I know he
Though.
is.
You'll have to wait till the next round of the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, you
But-
still got a little bit.
All right, I gotta run to the bathroom. Sharky, hold down the fort for me.
So you're getting like 2 very close ranked picks, so you're gonna have a lot more of an evenly balanced team, which will be huge for you.
All right, let me ask. You guys give me my second pick.
Oh no.
Oh, we can't say it. We'll have Bass DM you. That'll be
Last
the
time
way
I
to
did
do
this,
it.
T-Bates literally called me out, bro. He hated me for this. I can't. I will probably
Really?
get a DM from him if I tell you.
Okay.
All I'm saying is you got like 4 or 5 players on here that like immediately come to mind. My recommendation: go check 6-mans. A couple of these guys that are in here are still B+ or A rank. I mean that.
Yeah. Okay. I will go do that. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate it.
No worries. No worries. Regardless of who's remaining at the end, once we get back to you, we'll help you out a little bit there, just so you can narrow it down more. But thank you for joining us, Noli. We'll see you in that second half.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
trying to avoid any
We should have said
solicited
Curry
services.
just to mess with Flitz.
Dude,
Oh, no.
I had like 3 or 4 picks I was about to tell him, and then I realized I was like, I am going to get in trouble if I do this again. I just go and check 6-mans, go and check RL Tracker. I promise you, you will find some of these guys on here at a very
I think
high
once
level.
it's still a pretty good pick, though, to be fair.
Oh, he's probably one of
really?
the best picks he could have taken at that point, in my opinion.
The rise of Oregon's been incredible, and OneZen plays such a huge role in that. They've been more than viable throughout Summer Series. Really integral to what success they've had.
Well, we do have the next pick coming in the background from Diaz. It is Manny that's going to be on their team, so I respect it, like to see it, and I think Manny is a pretty solid player, especially with all like the big wins that Bruton Parker College have been able to get, or Game 5 like finishes that they've had in this summer series and previous iterations too. I mean, Bruton Parker is always like a team that like you don't expect to do too well, and then gets like a random win. You're like, how do they do that? But then you remember it's Bruton Parker, and then you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
They're the new gatekeepers. They've taken over the Shawnee and the ISU stage that they had last time, because they've gotten some upset wins that are unbelievable. Like, they might have just screwed a couple of teams out of playoffs in Summer Series, like legitimately.
I would put Manny in the same category as Sauce, as somebody who, when they are on, are incredibly difficult to deal with. They are them when it comes down to who is on the pitch. So I like the pick. I feel like, especially with Diaz, that'll be a little bit synergistic as well. So,
well, we got the Snowman alumni here that we have Frosty, who's been doing amazing throughout this past season of RLCS and really making some waves. Well, Frosty, welcome in to the broadcast for the Immortals Progressive Bundle Bash. How's it feel to be here playing as a captain on this competition, and what has your preparation been like going into this event?
Sharky. I think
haven't really
Diaz was
compared.
like one of the one people that he didn't want.
But Noli actually chose Zen, so I don't know.
Was there a reason behind that? Are you
Like,
like?
what was that?
I'm 90% sure, Sharky, that Diaz is the one person that Manny did not want to be on the team. Like, didn't want.
Okay, I see you.
It's a different Zen, different Zen.
Do you have another pick in case here? Do you got a backup?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
backup.
There we go, keeping the snow theme. I like it.
Oh no,
Just
Manny.
because of that?
Yeah, pretty much.
That means you have to get Wildfire on the other way back, so you have
So
Fire and Ice,
unfortunate.
and then that's the theme.
Sharky, Manny just.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frosty, we're not going to take too much of your time because we'll hear from you.
He just
in,
texts me, he goes,
moments after
"Man."
this, once we come back from the break in just a little bit.
Oh, they are having a
Thank you
break.
for joining us for the first
No,
show. We'll see you in
no,
that
no.
second half, man.
I don't want to be on that.
Oh, VOD. If we end up seeing that borderline force fed pick come after the
Okay,
break,
I love Manny. I really do.
Yes,
I don't want to be on the same team as him for this event.
but
You know what I mean?
This is orchestrating. This is scripting, my friend.
It's fine. It's fine. Still, I mean,
Not defending him.
Like, if we got like one of the crazy captains, then yeah, sure. But like just as like an average like captain or even like a higher captain, I want to play with other people. You know what I mean? I also don't though. Like I do, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's the one. Never mind.
The one Zen you need. That's all.
The only Zen you need.
I'm not clapping
Anyway.
for either, y'all. It's a please clap moment, and it's not happening.
So they are gonna have a break. I'm
No,
just
we
gonna be
don't
sitting
need
here.
any applause.
RIP.
More booze than anything else, but still. Plenty of applause needed though for Wavy, who is joining us here. Just came off of like a show match win, I believe, recently too. So like winning everything.
Oh, he won the show match. Okay.
Looking
I
for
know they were
another
playing
victory.
earlier.
I mean, you got 2 picks back to back, so we have some time to delineate on this. But Wavy, how's it feel to be such a superstar in ones, but now here in the Bundle Bash scene, looking to make some waves yourself?
I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I play in a lot of show matches. We all know this. I play in all the tourneys I can find.
That's crazy.
I mean,
I don't even know who he played. I forgot.
I get that bread up, so I mean, who can complain?
There you go.
But I'm really excited to be playing in this Bundle Bash. I've watched a few. They all look really fun. And then I prepped so hard for this draft. I spent probably like 2-3 hours ranking every player, getting a list. So I am.
Yeah, I can help you, Leon.
I spent the last 5 minutes like going up and down.
It's not me.
For joy because of one of the players that has managed to come this far down on the list. I'm so happy.
I feel like I know who he's about to pick.
It's not me.
Okay, I
Probably
wanted
Duckworth.
to ask the question: was there somebody you are surprised that has made it this far down?
There we
I
go.
get the feeling we're gonna find out who it is very shortly.
I've been jumping. Should I say it? Should I say it now, or do I show
Yeah,
it?
yeah, just go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've been jumping up and down for joy in my chair for Curry over here.
Curry? Wow.
You know,
Oh,
Flitz is
gonna be so
furious with you
upset.
now. I hope you understand.
Insane
Like,
sleeper,
he was so close.
Insane sleeper. Alright.
Respect
my
it.
other pick-
Respect it.
My other pick has been. I've been deciding. I've asked like 15 people for their opinions.
Profile.
I've been deciding over
Is
like
he
the
gone?
last like 10 minutes. Of, like,
Profile not gone is wild.
And it was between 2 players. I'm gonna end up picking Gavilan with my 7.
Javelon's a pick. That's a pick.
Like it. I like it.
Come on!
What was the?
No way, please!
Curious.
I mean, I see Gav in my rank 2's lobbies a lot of the time, and then he hits like a flip resetter too, so I'm like, oh my god, he's LeBron.
Is it the same mentality for Curry, or was there maybe a little bit of malicious picking, knowing that Blitz may or may not be thinking about Curry down the line?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've won. I knew that like. I didn't expect Curry to fall down this like much. I expected Curry to go like maybe 11th, maybe 12th. So like, I was really happy to see him get over here.
I
So when
know
I saw
Nolly
the
wants me.
opportunity,
He
I'm
does.
like,
I just
there's no
know
way I
it.
can pass it up. I don't care who
He
else
wants
him,
me.
he's mine.
There we
What
go.
I've been looking for. This is what I want. You have not only come in prepped, but you are straight up out here like, I don't care how many of you are mad at this. Mold, go ahead. I'm ready to win. I love it.
I'm winning. No,
All right,
if
let me
you see
refresh.
the Swiss stage 4 bracket, you're losing. Just like be aware.
Yes.
Speaking of that, your first round
Everybody
opponent
ready?
in the Swiss
No.
stage is going to be Cosmic and G-Man. How does that feel with this roster you've got?
I get to play Cosmic for the 500th time like in the world. Like, I play Cosmic in everything and more. It's insane.
Like the
And
two,
I never
like
lose,
most.
so we're keeping that.
No, tell him not to. Tell Nolly not to look at Six Man's ranks. I'm unranked.
Every tournament I see on Liquid
Don't tell him not to do that.
Saying you're starting 0-1.
Is he streaming?
Okay, ironic. Well, I'm starting 1-0.
I'm not gonna say anything, but
Oh my god, I'm so
There
ready.
we
I'm
go,
so
there
ready
we
for
go.
tomorrow.
G-Man, you couldn't beat me in 6 fans. Can't beat me in
Is he
all
streaming?
fans.
I don't
It's
see him.
not changing yet, bro. Like, be ready.
Let's go.
Thank you, Wavy. I've been waiting all day for this.
I'll bring the
Love
con.
it.
okay. Dang it, bro. Dude, I don't even think I'm ranked in Six Man's. I'm pretty sure it kicked me out because I hadn't played him
Speaking
so
of that,
long.
Wavy, thank you for joining us for the captain's draft. Any final thoughts and shoutouts that
Go
you
look
have
at twos
before we
ranks.
send
I'm
you
pretty
away
high
to
in
get ready for
twos.
Swiss stage tomorrow?
I'm definitely not beating 90% of these people in Six Man's rank. I just don't play it, you know.
Yeah, it took me a bit, but there we go. Also, if I play Creams or Hockey, they're getting swept. Just want to put that out there.
That's wild.
There we go.
Not losing to my teammates.
Okay.
Hey, that's what Cream said as well, so great to hear it.
Me and Manny still have a possibility of being on the team. I hope to God, Manny, I love you. I hope that John Diaz does not pick me for that. Watch how I hope he's not. Oh, they're a team. No, I don't want to do that.
Interject. I have one thing to interject. We never got a straight answer on whether or not Curry had a little bit of a malicious pick. The fact is, Wavy called out. I thought that Curry was gonna go, 11th or 12th pick. The 11th pick was Flitz.
Okay, that's actually funny.
Oh man.
Coincidence?
Oh, man.
I think not. Go to break.
Expected them to. Yeah, just go to break. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
All right.
When you turn around your
Okay, so a little bit of a break here. Diaz first pick? Oh, Diaz is right before Nolly. I swear, bro. Diaz better not pick me. Yeah, Sharky. So here's the thing. The good news about me being such an unknown player, one of the duos, like the second the pick here, where is it? I'll show you real quick. Okay. So the good thing about this, bro, this duo is kind of nuts. You know? This one's pretty crazy. This one's crazy. As much as I don't want to be with him, this one's pretty good. The good news about me being such an unknown player is that I have a chance of being on a bunch of these like top duos. I just really, really hope I don't get screwed over by Diaz. Or Flitz. Both Flitz and Diaz might know me. I hope Diaz has short-term memory. Okay. I don't really want to be with Arist. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that I'm not really complaining about it. There's very few I'm gonna complain about, but I'd rather not. All right, I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
been called out by Wavy, and he is coming in with a vengeance. Any tournament he participates in, he is ready to win it, and I'm excited to see how that goes in that first round of Swiss Stage tomorrow. But we got to get through the second round of the draft, starting with Frosty, who had to wait a little bit of some time for the break for us to have a bit of a breather before we get into this pick. And Frosty, are you with us?
Can confirm that was not 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There we go. So Frosty, unfortunately, we don't have any ability to do trades.
Yes, you are
currently.
guaranteed.
I know it's unfortunate, but I mean, Kendo had a great question for you on that.
I gotta ask. You asked
Here
about trades
is
in the
the
chat.
list real quick.
If you could trade
There's these
Frostbite
left.
for someone, who would it be and why?
I am. This is my last semester, hopefully.
He's the world champion. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, as we mentioned before, no trades available. So who is your second pick that you're eyeing here? Do you need some help from our casters here?
I don't know who's available.
Okay, well, we got you here. We got you here. We'll have it up on the screen for just a second. So, as you can see, Bubs, Sino, Dev, Duckworth, all the ones in white.
How long have you known my name?
Ass probably has some
It's
pretty
been
decent
months!
for you.
And you still say it wrong!
Did you say
Yeah,
profile?
I think a profile. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, profile going this late is kind of crazy.
Are you aware of profile and like who he is before? Because I feel like a lot of people have kind of slept on him or unaware.
Dude, I
Do you
swear.
know the dude, or just kind of like random pick?
Sharky, you realize every single time I make CRL or do an event like this, they have me fill out a form where I tell them how to pronounce my name, and it's still wrong every time. Girl.
Your first round opponent that you're going to be having tomorrow, just to keep you up to speed with that.
Lord, hell.
Is going to be Team Oath, and that is the roster of Oath and Brock currently. Don't know who their third is yet. How are you feeling about your odds in that first round matchup in Swiss?
Should be pretty easy.
There we go. There we go. Love to hear it. Well, thank you, Frosty, for joining us. Good luck with Frostbite and a profile in that Swiss stage tomorrow. Man, a few words.
Outro. Outro.
And he's out.
I cannot think.
We
Flitz
literally
enough. He
were
is finally-
talking about this profile. Why did they go this low? And then they finally got picked, like, immediately.
Who
I
is
will say
cream
there's still a
Zan?
couple
Cream
of players
sauce?
on here
Okay.
Who I am relatively surprised.
It's a really
to
good
see
draft.
on this list. It is a very even draft. I don't feel like we have as many players that are just like very clearly bottom of this table.
I thought-
at this
yeah,
point,
I
but
would agree with that.
I don't know, man. There's like 2 or 3 that I'm just kind of baffled that
Kendo, you're going to be sad by this pick that came out, it not being the person that you were hoping it would be.
Oh no, but it doesn't surprise me. I had mentioned I tend to have a mind for conspiracy theories, as we all saw just before the break.
It better not be me.
Drive Up had a hat that said "duck" on it. Problem? Well, there may be, because my understanding is Diaz has got Duckworth.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
picked
Thank God.
Duckworth
All right, I'm good.
before there.
Duckworth is actually kind of crazy. He hasn't gone yet.
Diaz, Manny, and Duckworth, and they will be.
That's a good team, Manny.
Against Cream's roster of Cream Sauce and whoever their third is going to be. I mean, Bass, I know. That's going to be a
Manny,
tough matchup regardless.
bro, imagine.
I'm gonna, usually it's you two that are making all the puns in the world here. How did neither of us recognize that it's Cream and Sauce on the same team at this point? How, like, nobody picked up that, like, we're this far into the draft and now
know,
that pun gets made?
You know,
Did they pick up pasta as a third? Like, what's happening?
I'm not sure if you've ever had some duck sauce, but it is quite delicious.
What was that last one?
For your delicatessen tongue.
Okay.
Well, there we go. We have
Come on, Nolly! You want me! I know you do!
From Noli in just mere moments on who they think is going to be the pick for them. I mean, there's so many different options here, and I believe we do have Noli in the call. If I'm not
Noli
mistaken.
wants me. I know he does.
Did you have some time to talk to your teammate on like who you should be looking forward to in the second draft?
And yet, if he talked to his teammate, I'm probably not getting picked.
He didn't reply to me. I guess.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh no!
You know what? Nah, it's okay. It's okay. Look, he's offline.
He just
probably
appeared in
doing-
the
Nolly
chat saying he
wants
got picked
me.
already, so.
I know it.
I don't think Onezen even knew at this point. He might be able to throw you a last second pick here. If you give him a couple seconds, he might start screaming at you for somebody to grab.
Yeah, no, he got me. All right, Zen. Who am I picking?
Probably gonna be Bubs. It'll probably be Bubs.
Oh no!
We got oh no's in the chat, everybody.
No, no, oh no, come on. You're my teammate. I trust you.
I don't even know if one's in is good. I'll be real. I don't know if I would want it.
We gotta see. Come on, man.
This is the most peer pressure of all time. We are live, folks, in one set, coming in with a pick via chat.
He's got it. I believe in him.
He doesn't know these people apparently.
Play in this league. You have to. Come on, one.
Okay, then.
Bro.
Alright, then maybe I might not leave it up to ones then.
Throw my name in the chat.
Do you need some suggestions from us? Yes, Bass, you got a decent list?
Like,
Alright.
There's some names that I know, and I'm like, you know, maybe I could go with them, but I want
Oh, no, he's not doing me then.
Reaffirmed.
Run some names by me. I'm
he's not doing me then.
So who are you looking at?
Cyno.
What? Wait. Pause.
Zora, Kalos,
Pause.
Gamma. They're the few names.
All I'm
Maybe
gonna say
Bubs.
is the guy you just mentioned, the first one on the list here in Cyno,
Pause.
is one of the newer additions to the collegiate
It's happening.
space. His team just 3-0'd Ole Miss. That is Lunar.
It's happening.
And C Money's team.
Alright, I've heard
So I
enough.
think he's pretty
Cyno,
good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I've heard enough. Cyno, it's done deal.
Yes! No way!
It's time.
There we go. That's gonna be the team to take it all.
No shot. No, where'd I go?
Here, Noli, you're gonna be facing off against Team Andy, which is Andy and Preston with a third. How you feeling about your odds in that first round?
Oh my god. No way.
There we go.
Honestly, Andy's incredible. His team is my sleeper.
I'm
pick
gonna
this season.
throw.
So yeah, I'm excited to play them. Whoever their third is, you know, I'm sure it'll be.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you on the.
Oh my
tomorrow.
god, that's
Noli, thank you for
hilarious.
joining us, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Have a good.
Oh my
Awesome.
god.
Honestly, for coming in being like, I'm not exactly sure, I want to leave it up to the next person, he might have gotten the best pick out of that possible. Like, that is genuinely one of the ones we were looking at going, how is he still here?
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, we got Bubs in the chat kind of doing a little belated flirting with Nolly. It never went down. Fam, you need to get in the chat earlier. Bat your eyes a little more. Like, it might have been able to get on that team.
There's no way.
Noli's saying my bad, Bubs.
That is actually hilarious.
Misconnection.
Thank you, Sharky.
Before we get into
Oh,
the
I'm sorry, Sharky. I'm
apparently
sorry.
Akron Gold just lost to ISU, which is like what? I just have to put that out there in a game 5.
That more or less
Sorry.
top 6 then, because Akron was really the only other team that had a shot besides
Possibly.
maybe EPC, the player that literally just got picked. So
Crazy. Regardless, though, back to the actual action here. We do have Knight back with
That's so
us,
sick.
you know, saying that they're going to take down Ball State. I'm curious on what their thoughts are about the rest of the rosters that have been filled out so far. So, Knight, how are you feeling about the competition with the completed team so far?
I mean, this draft was like
That's
top heavy.
actually crazy.
Fell down. I mean, this bottom half isn't like the greatest.
Here's the thing.
But there's one player that people don't know who he
Some
is. That
Bubs,
I know
right?
who he is because I did some research, and he used to be really good. I don't know if he plays again too much anymore.
Is it Bubs
but
or Gamma?
I know who I'm picking.
Or maybe Wildfire.
Okay. Who's it gonna be?
Well,
I gotta know.
This guy used to be like really good in B+ like 3 years ago, and like almost A. And I picked him,
Sorry, Sharky.
Dev.
Oh,
He,
okay.
His name
Ooh,
used
I
to
like
be,
it.
His name was 2K, and like.
Okay. I need to talk about this real quick. Shoot. I don't know Onezen, bro. That's the only issue for me. You know? Okay. So my issue, right, is I would have been okay with this duo, this duo, this duo, this duo. I would have been suffering with my headache, but I would have been okay with this duo. This one would have been alright. Maybe that one. But I really didn't want to be on like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. The only duo I was okay with in literally like all of these, except excluding 5-Up, was Nolly, and I got Nolly, and that's what I wanted from the beginning. That's sick. That's so cool.
Haven't moved on yet.
Who is Dev then? Who is 2100 as a Dev?
wait, you're saying he's still like?
Dude,
his
I don't know
current
how
elo
good
is
Onezen
2100?
is.
Well, that's what it says on the thing. It says 20. Oh, no, he's like 1700. I can't lie.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think Dev was just
I
trolling
was-
with their MMR there.
Oh, so
yeah, don't do that.
No, that don't count. That don't count. Let me repick, please. I'm begging.
We're getting the final word from
that's not
production in the
real.
background here.
That's
We're
not real.
getting a rule in
You
here.
li- I
We're gonna
got-
find
I
out
got
if
lied
you
to.
technically get it.
I got lied to.
It is
That's-
allowed.
Okay, it's allowed. You're allowed to change.
Okay, my teammate is spamming me. This guy Zath is spamming me.
Who's he
Pick,
saying to go
someone.
for?
To pick Wildfire.
Okay, what team is he on?
That is someone who used to play
One's
a lot,
in is
but
on
hasn't played
Oregon.
recently. That's what I thought you were
Oregon.
talking about originally.
You're telling me this person lied about
Oh,
their
Oregon's
MMR?
9-6. Okay, Oregon's doing good. Oregon's doing good.
I don't. To be
Hold
honest,
up.
I don't actually know.
They lost to Boise. They lost to Colorado, Colorado, and Columbia.
I checked
But
it.
Colorado's the only one on that team that's not like a top
Swear
team.
It was like a good player, but I mean, there might be good still, but it's not the person I'm thinking of. And that,
Oh wait, no, my bad. They didn't lose to Boise. They beat Boise. That's huge. They lost in Game 5 to Colorado and Columbia. They beat Grand Canyon, beat Kennesaw, or not Kennesaw, Kansas. Beat LCU.
I want to say only.
Okay, so they're really only losing Game 5s, which is they are us in the East. That's cool.
I think I'm
I
like
think
Gold
you're
and
dodging a
Snow Day.
bullet here, my friend.
I'm like Gold and Snow Day. So
All right, sweet.
I don't think that's a problem. with it.
I'll have to be right back again because I have to pee, but I'll be back.
I tried to make content, everybody.
It's okay. Well,
Actually, wait. It says he's from Canada and he's Plat and Snow Day. I don't think that's a good sign.
Exactly.
Passion.
Exactly.
The hockey passion.
oh man.
Alright,
Well,
maybe
speaking
it's
of
good.
Canada,
Alright, Wildfire and Zach.
Wildfire is also from Canada, so he's gonna be a
Okay, well,
great
he's
player
probably
on
not
this
Plat.
roster.
He's probably not Plat and whatever Snow Day or whatever. So I think we're good. I don't think I've ever played Snow Day in my life.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you for joining us, Knight. Final question before we send you away. Your first round matchup is going to be against Team Gyro, which is Gyro and Melodic. That's Zaf's teammate, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel that series is going to go?
Well, I seen Gyro talking to Twitch chat asking someone who to pick, and I guess that person told him Melodic. I think Melodic kind of like trolls, so like I don't even think he's really gonna be trying. So I think we got it. And also like I got a repick, so I'm kind of cheating, but we're good. I think we'll win.
There we go. There we go. Well,
got
thank you, Knight, for joining us. We'll see you in the game tomorrow.
All right, see you. Thank you. Bye.
And I
Have we
feel
gotten that? Has that ever happened? Have we had a person back out on their pick mid-pick?
That's the first time.
That's a first.
That's a
but
first.
two, I tried to give some valid information, and it was completely rejected.
Well,
Like,
no,
I
eventually,
don't-
once we
I don't
realized
even know
both
how to
picks were
feel.
Canadian, you know, it was a good, it was
Dev
good in
needs some
retrospect, the
respect.
Canadian aspect, you know.
Like,
I feel like if you're Canadian, you automatically have to be at least like I don't know, champ in Snow Day, and if
Yeah,
you're not,
exactly.
like, we take away your Canadian citizenship. Like I'm
Like,
just gonna
if
be
you-
real.
if you're running lower than I am in Snow Day, that's a problem. Like,
Oh gosh. Well,
we need a queue together, brother.
we do have Flitz coming back up in just a sec, and I know he's going to be
Alright,
a bit
sweet.
upset that Curry was taken by Wavy. So we do have Flitz on the docket here. And Flitz, how are you feeling, buddy? We're checking in on you after Curry was stolen by
Alright.
Wavy.
Well, that's where we're at then.
Curry should, in no world should he fall to me, but I feel like people don't respect his game. So I thought he might. My strategy didn't quite work this time, but I'm glad he went to a good team at least. I messed with Wavy, and I think Curry got a good team.
And I was hoping you'd come back in here with more like you inspired everybody else after you to trash talk like crazy, and you're out here like, nah, I get it, Wavy, he's a good player. Like, oh,
No, I mean, look, if anyone's gonna pick
All
Curry,
right.
if anyone's gonna pick Curry, you know.
Well, I think we're gonna call it there. I got picked, and I'm fine with that. I'll go back and look at the rest of the teams later. I need to get to practicing because I do not want to embarrass myself. All right.